For me, it was always interesting. I was a D1 rower amongst the top 10 national teams. So had a really competitive program. I walked onto that team. So I went from being just like a kind of a meathead in high school to walking onto the team. I was rowing with a bunch of my friends are Olympians, some of them gold medalists, silver, whatnot. I learned very quickly what training and what serious training was. And ultimately helped me really, aside from permanently injuring me or causing an injury, it really taught me how much I could suffer. So suffering and pain is like all something familiar, and it's also something I just associate with training. Ultimately, I herniated discs in my back when I was in college, and those kind of plagued me. My lifting went from full body to mainly just like upper body. Every time I got back into a lifting program, I always had great results, but they were super destructive on the body. Like I could only hang in them for maybe 3, 4 months. But in the course of those 3 or 4 months, I would pack on all the size I'd wanted. I would get to the body composition that I basically was like okay with. And then I would get hurt and just completely stop. So
Yeah.
just up and down of getting there or almost getting there. And then one day I go to pick up the toilet seat or I turn around and then all of a sudden I can barely stand and I'm nursing back spasms, episodes of sciatica that would last for the longest one was like 13 months of just like
Jeez.
not being able to stand up straight and having excruciating pain down my legs. And then during the pandemic, I got really thin because that's all I could do. So I was like in the high 190s. And then on that like bulking phase, decided to see how big I could get, got up to about 225, got hurt, and then never really cut the weight off. So I was like about to get into a cut and just stayed 225. And
Yeah.
then
Gets a lot harder to cut in your 30s, I find.
yeah, that was
40s.
there's also other thing called getting old that started to really make things challenging. Also earning more money and being more comfortable, being able to afford eating out and drinking and all that kind of stuff.
For sure.
When I started my company, I gave up on workshops. Like this is going to take a Herculean list of me on all sides to get this thing up and going. And it started to be a thing where a couple of things happened in my personal life where sort of mental health started to become really challenging. And in the journey of getting back to being good in the head, where I worked with a professional therapist to be like, all right, when I was last good, what was I doing? During all those periods of like when I was on the top of my game or feeling really good about life, fitness was always a part of it. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm missing a thing. Let me take that thing and do it. And basically, I had my 38th birthday and I just looked in the mirror. I was like, all right, man, you got to change it. I was like, all right, let me find a gym. And I've always had trouble with finding a gym that I liked, especially since the advent of the gym influencer. I have had good gyms in the past, but ultimately the level of disrespect in the gym it really just ekes me out. So I was searching around and ultimately, honestly, ChatGPT led me to GTS and I came in and met with Jason and the crew and just was like, my whole goal was trying to make fitness and working out just like part of the routine as opposed to the thing that I was going to do to get to a goal. I have no goals in terms of my training other than to be able to train physically, make sure that it's part of my schedule and ultimately treat it like medicine.
Good.
Did I take my medicine today?
Amen, brother.
That's the way I look at almost everything now. Because those are the things I know I need to do in order to be good. And if I do those, I'm good. If I'm not doing those, I can see it so quickly now, not being good. So like Jason, that's been part of my adoption of GTS and why I'm doing it now so regularly is that we've all gone to the gym for that first time after being off and then not been able to like use our arms or legs or bodies for a week or so because we're so sore. You and I are constantly going back and forth in the programming and stay at this weight. I'm like, but I can do more. I've always felt like I've gotten a workout in, but I've never missed a day because of soreness or injury or anything like that. And with a compromised back and all those things, that's why I've become such a big advocate of training here and working with you guys. I think for me, it's like, again, working with therapists, there's been a lot of talk about prioritizing myself over work. Like putting myself first amongst all in the terms of the things that I need in order to be the best version of myself. Fitness is one of those things. It's identified as one of those things. So in order for me to build my company to be the best, that to be what I'm trying to build it to be, in order to be the manager, the leader to my crew, in order to be the friend to my friends, just be the person to myself, like I need to, like I said, take that medicine. I need to check that box.
Yeah.
And I think when we had our and introductory talks, one of the big things that you really preach, I've heard you talk about it with other people, is never miss twice. And also really lowering the bar of entry of what is an acceptable day of doing something. So that even on the day where you just don't want to, whatever, like life, just get up and move for 10 minutes. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And during the warm up, I'm already making negotiations with myself of, I just won't do the accessory lift. When I'm going for a run or doing other training, I'm like, I'll just do 3 miles. I won't do the other half mile. Part of the showing up. I'm already here. Just finish it.
Yeah.
Just finish another 5 minutes of my day. I am fortunate where I don't have that type of children or wife to attend to or anything else. What else am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. The fact that I'm there and I've shown up and I've already like doing the thing, it's just a lot easier to just do the rest of the things.
Yeah.
So I think
it's
the
just
way I'm looking at
amazing
it.
what happens when you just say, even I'll go with minimal expectations today. Like literally set it at the floor.
Yeah.
And then if you show up, you'd be amazed what happens when you show up. Then you go, okay, well, I guess the floor, I can hit that. Okay, what else?